Hi, I'm Angelic Daze Cosplay. I have a glass of spiced rum on the rocks in one hand and a brandy snifter full of hazelnut liqueur in the other. And now I'm ready to talk about Yuri on Ice for a long time. I've seen a lot of people making these tier lists with this thing called Tier Maker, and I figured, you know what? I know more about than any reasonable person. Probably Yuri on Ice, given that I've done, at my last counting, 33 different photo shoots of 20-something different costumes from this show, which, need I remind you, there's only 12 episodes in this show proper. But even more impressive numerically than that is that when I was going through all my Yuri on Ice screenshots, I discovered that there are no fewer than 42 individual skating costumes that appear during the 12-episode runtime of Yuri on Ice. And as a costumer, I feel like it is in my realm of authority to officially rank them from S tier Ultimate Yuri on Ice costumes to the kind of shitty ones that I have some questions about the design direction of. So that's what we're going to do for the next however long this takes in totally random order. Time to determine the Ultimate Yuri on Ice design. Woo! So I think I'm going to arrange it by the ones closer to the rankings are going to be the better ones. So we're going to be sliding some stuff around. Let's arbitrarily begin with this one. I think is pretty good. This is a Christoph's Rhapsody Espanol outfit, which is his free skate. It suits his character well. It's not quite as bootylicious as the other one. I like the reasonable level of rhinestones being only on the applique, and I like the mesh inserts. That's a thing that I'm a big fan of in terms of men's figure skating costumes. I like when they play with texture a lot. I like that it's a men's skating costume that has a lot of flair to it while still having an overtly masculine shape. So I'm going to give this one an A tier. That will be our first ranking. It's a good look for him. It suits the theme of the piece. I don't know what our qualifications are, but I feel like that's a good benchmark to start at. Let's see. We got some JJ. We have this weird green outfit that he wears for, I believe that the green one is his Partisan Hope outfit, which is his free skate. And it's an interesting color. I don't think I've ever once in my life seen an entirely green skating costume whose design has worked. Yuzuru Hanyu has his free skate from the 2016-2017 season, has some green on it, and that's nice. But green costumes just seem kind of cursed, and this is another one. It has like really awkward gathering around the waist and this kind of mandarin cut to the top that just doesn't fit the mood of the piece at all. I don't think that this is a very good costume design at all. This is going to be our first low-ranked 1D category. Sorry, JJ, it's just not worth it. All right, do y'all remember that Emile Nicola is a character in this show? He totally exists. That's the guy who looks like PewDiePie, and he has two costumes. This one I really like. It's just like a little black sparkle vest, a little cravat, has some nice like OG vibes to it, which I'm a fan of. It's simple yet elegant. It pulls on a lot of historical menswear theming. It's a very classic figure skating costume. If I saw this costume in a real-life skating tournament, I would say to myself, that looks good, and also it looks like something I would wear in my daily life. I also am friends with maybe the world's only Emile cosplayer, so I have a bias, but I think that this is a nice, simple, and elegant costume, suitable for daily wear. A rank, good job, Emile. I actually think I like it better than Chris's, so we're going to slide it over. Speaking of simple yet elegant, we have this little chicken nugget, Minami. I like what he's going for with this outfit. I like that we have kept to a minimal color scheme. I really appreciate the fact that the outfit matches the hair. I think that that's a fun little detail. But despite the interesting color matching, I gotta say, the weird little cut off around the chest and the division between the upper panel and lower panels of the jacket, just that nipple height line going across it, not a very good look. I still like the idea enough to not put it in the lowest ranking, but we're gonna give that one a little C right here. Okay, let's see. We have Fichi Chulanant in his Shall We Skate, aka totally not the King and I costume. This is one of my favorites in the series. It's giving me very Nathan Chen short program from 2016-2017 season vibes, which is like a weird case of being a terrible outfit for Nathan, but a gorgeous outfit in general, so I appreciate that. This is one of the initial designs that caught my eye in the series a lot. I like the bright, bold red. I think it would show up absolutely lovely on the ice. So we're going to give this one an S rank, because not only is it a good design, it also fits in with the theming, the cultural tie, identity, and design of the piece he's doing. I think it just matches the character, aesthetic, song super well. I'm a fan. It's a great costume. Speaking of great costumes, all right, so like Mickey, this character is not a good character. I think he's one of the least interesting characters in the series. There's those weird incest vibes that we're not going to talk about very much, but his le home arme, I am French. Out of all the languages that I do not speak, French is the language that I do not speak the most, and I made an attempt, but it's like this cool knight costume. It's totally impractical for figure skating. It just looks so weird and bulky. The bulkiness and medieval theming and the color scheme reminds me a lot of Stéphane Lambiel's 2010 Olympics William Tell outfit, kind of, which is one of my favorite skating costumes. It looks a little bit awkward in motion, but you know, it's knight themed and I like swords and sorcery, so yeah, we're gonna say this is a good one. This is Mickey's one redeeming character trait in this show. Let's see. Leo, we have some American representation here. He looks like a banana. Speaking of, I mentioned like the green outfit curse in figure skating earlier, but does anyone remember Shoma Uno's mustard color variant of his Turando costume and what a plague that was upon the ice every time he skated in it? That's what this reminds me of, which is never a good thing. The design itself is nice, but for the color, no. It's one of the worst costumes we have up here so far. However, speaking of Garrus colors, we have the Fichi Chulanot fantasy hamster outfits from episode 12 about his theoretical ice show, and these are the cutest goddamn thing I've ever seen, specifically because of the hats. Because of the hats alone, I think we have to call them the best costumes we have yet seen in the show. Big Hamtaro vibes, very good. We haven't done anything with the main characters, so let's talk about Yuri Katsuki's free skate outfit. I personally really love this. Again, it has the mesh inserts of texture on the sides, which I think lend a very cool textural element to the whole thing. Gorgeous amount of sparkle, those nice AB rhinestones glittering, love that. But I think it has a little bit too much going on in terms of color quantity used, because we have the green, the red, the purple, all those different accents on the rhinestones, and that level of detail just isn't going to convey from in the stands of the audience. I think that it could be parsed down and simplified a little bit to be more effective, and I don't know about the like color mismatch between the two different tones of navy between the jacket and pants is a little odd to me. To me, this is a very middle of the road outfit, although I want to rank it higher because I love Yuri so much, but that's false. Chris's butt costume. You see, the problem with this costume is that I can't even remember what the whole thing looks like, because when I think about it, all I can remember is the fact that he grabs his butt during it. That's his Intoxicated, I believe is the name of the song, but no, there's too much booty. It's too distracting. I'm sorry, this is going to be our lowest tier. Gotta do a lot of work to beat that. Remember that time that JJ, as a child, cosplayed from South Park? He's on the ice while he's wearing this, so I'm going to consider it a skating costume. And honestly, it's a really accurate cosplay. He did a great job with it, so I support JJ Leroy's cosplay career. It's not quite S tier because the outfit itself is very simple. I don't think he had the craftsmanship skills to make it himself at age 8 or 9 or whatever he is, so it's just going to be sitting solidly in the middle of our A ranking here, I think. All right, let's see. All right, so it's Pride Month. It's June. We have the gorgeous Pride Flamenco Tango outfit. Now, I'm not saying specifically that it's a Pride outfit, but I'm choosing to interpret it as that. Normally, this outfit would be solidly in the D rankings because it looks like one of those rainbow feather dusters. But because it's June and because I'm giving some like good LGBT positive leeway, we're going to bump it up to being a C, I think. It deserves those bonus points. Now it's time for my my absolute son, my child, the best character in this show, who is the Yuri that the show should be about. Don't at me, I will fight you on this. Yuri Plisetsky in his free skate Allegro Appassionato outfit. Now, this is probably the outfit that I have the most conflicted feelings about, because colors-wise, I like the very bold, bright, hot pink and black. That's a really interesting combination that I can't think I've seen before in terms of figure skating, period, in men's or women's in real life. But the design of it is just a little bit odd to me. I don't know, it's something about the contrast being almost too much, being a full bodysuit without really any division between top and bottom. I don't know, there's just some weirdness going on. So I think I'm going to put it in the C ranking too, despite the fact that I've made this outfit and cosplay it. First off, I'm obligated to because I need to cosplay every Yuri Plisetsky costume in the show, but that's the only reason. I think this would be a little bit funky if you tried to pull it off in real life. Obviously, though, this one has been pulled off in real life. That is Viktor Nikiforov's outfit from when he was younger, and it's literally just an old Johnny Weir costume. I think, like, it was Johnny Weir's 2010 short program season. Don't quote me on that, though. Obviously, this costume exists in real life because it's beautiful, and Johnny Weir... The thing with Johnny Weir's skating costumes is that he either looks like this gorgeous, ethereal angel creature, or he looks like a sorority girl's Lady Gaga costume that she thrifted right before the Halloween party, and there's really no in-between. Luckily, this is one of the good Johnny Weir costumes, so I love it. We're going to give him some credit. That's going to go in our top S rank there, I think. Now, you might think to yourself, oh, Kat, but we already looked at the Allegro Appassionato costume. Yes, we did. However, this is not the costume that we should be focusing on in this image. You'll see on our far left here, there's this dude, and I don't know his name because he appears in one singular frame in the entire series of Yuri on Ice, and that is this frame right here. But I like his outfit, so we're going to give it a B. Characters who appear slightly more often. Yuri Katsuki, our protagonist. The Eros outfit, let's be real, that's the one that started it all for me. That was the first Yuri on Ice costume that I was super passionate about making. This costume, even if it wasn't a beautiful design, which it is, I genuinely think it's one of the best designs in the show, this costume design is the reason I take cosplay seriously, so I have to give it the ultimate credit of our current top place. I'm sorry, that's 100% my bias speaking, but I think that it's a fair bias. Now, for our only female skating costume we see in the show, we have Sarah, and again, this is the one shot of it in the show, so we don't know what the front of it looks like, but it looks like cute enough. It looks fine. There's nothing really special or memorable about this outfit. The hair is very standard female skater. It would normally go in the C range just for its like niceness but relative mediocrity, but I like the detail of the short gloves. I love it when gloves are incorporated into figure skating costumes, so we're going to put it in a B. Oh, we actually do have, when in the flashback where they're talking briefly about the fact that Sarah and Mickey used to do ice dance together, or pairs, I forget which it was. I think it was they used to do ice dance. They skated together, and they have these cute little outfits. This appears for about one frame, and it's a little white and blue dress, and I don't like this because it's a kind of pet peeve of mine in figure skating in any kind of couples costumes where the outfits just don't match. And aside from the white vest, it's weird that we have a white and blue costume and then a black and white costume. I think that Mickey should have had a blue undershirt or something that would have tied it together better. I'm just not a fan of this combination. I don't think that they look cohesive together on the ice. It's not the worst though, because that's the booty costume. So we're gonna slide that one over. All right, more Guanghong. This is the, oh god, I can't remember the name of the song. This is the one where he's like fantasizing about the whole like assassination, alternate universe spy movie thing. I think this is that outfit and not the other. But I like the idea of this outfit, but again, we have that whole yellow costumes. Why do we keep on trying to pretend like that's a good idea? And the fact that it's so deep cut is a little bit odd to me, just because he is a younger character. He's like 17. I don't know. Like, I know it's not a sexy costume or anything, but it still seems like a jarring design choice with the rest of the outfit. So that's going to go C ranking. Why did I put, I think Allegro Appassionato is a little bit better than the Feather Duster outfit, so we're going to rearrange that right now too. other Guanghong costumes a bit better than the Feather Duster, because this outfit, normally I would think it's pretty plain, pretty like nothing to look at. It's just a black vest over a white shirt. Honestly, can we get more basic in terms of men's skating costumes? But the red gloves, that's a nice little accent touch going on there. That's enough to make me like it a little bit more than just being bored by it. So it's slightly better than the Feather Duster, but still dull, too dull. It's dull, but it's not actively bad. Let's be real about it. All right. So we've talked about both these costumes already, you say, but I would like to draw your attention to the dude on the far right. His name, I think, is Hikaru. That comes to mind. He is one of the skaters that we see in episode 3, who is in the regional Japanese tournament with Yuri. And this outfit, again, falls into the whole, like, it's just goddamn boring trap. And also, like, just a boring character design. Obviously, we don't even remember this dude's name, which is, you know, probably a fact that he appears on screen for about a second and a half. But this costume is going to be considered not in the bottom tier simply because it coincidentally looks almost exactly like the gender bend Panty Anarchy from Panty and Stocking cosplay I did a while ago. So it's going to get bumped up a little bit into the C tier just because it looks like something I've worn before and I could make a cosplay for him with low effort. Also from that episode, we have this guy. I think his name is Yuta, and this is a little bit more interesting and creative. It's not a good-looking costume by any means. He looks like the background character from a Pirates of the Caribbean movie, but there's a bit more uniqueness. It's not just a shirt and suspenders. Some design effort went into it. I actually think it's superior to both of Seungil's costumes. We could have given Seungil this costume. It would have gotten more screen time than, again, this one singular shot's all that exists of it, and I hunted for a while to find it. Serenade for Two, Mickey's second outfit for his free skate. In terms of a design as a figure skating costume, I think it might be a bit more effective than his Le Arme one. But the dark purple, really unique color choice, very vibrant. I think it looked gorgeous in person. Especially, I love the blue rhinestones on top of the purple. That's such a cool contrast and effect. Honestly, like, I don't like Mickey as a character, but he has some of the best costumes in the show. I'm not ashamed to admit that. Minami, this is his costume from his short program that we don't actually get to see in the show, but he mentions he did it as a tribute to Yuri, which is kind of cute, and it's based on one of Yuri's old costumes. But the fact that it's based on one of Yuri's old costumes doesn't mean that it's a good costume. The very awkward color blocking, not good. The strange little feather skirt, I'm not into that. The weird rhinestone placements, kind of strange. And not to mention the clashing with the hair. The reason his other costume was saved was because of the hair matching, and the fact that it was just completely ignored, I think, is a missed opportunity. If you're going to have that kind of unnatural color scheming going on, commit to it, my dude. It's still not worse than the booty, but definitely a D tier that we have going on here. Agape costume, obviously I'm biased, but another one of my favorite designs in the series. So it's going in the S tier, but in terms of wear, I think I like it better than Mickey's costumes. But I also recognize that in real life, as a skating costume, this would look, I think, a little bit overdone as a men's skating outfit. So I'm just going to put it between both of Mickey's because I can't decide with those categories in mind. Odabek. Everyone talks shit about Odabek's little fairy tale pirate whatever costume this is, but I like it. I think it's cute. It reminds me of like a German folk festival dance, which is not at all fitting with the music he skates to, but I like the colors. I like the design. I'm planning on making this one in a little bit. I, via personal bias, am putting this in the A category simply because I enjoy it and I think it's adorable. This Odabek outfit, though, much better. I'm not ashamed to admit that this is the superior Odabek Alton costume. It's so princely and gorgeous, and I love it. I love it a lot. I love it, I think, more than I love the hamsters, so we're going to put that there. It's also plays during his cool monologue, where we get to see a lot of Odabek as a character, like, really shine. Good moment. Good drama. Oh, poor Yuri, welcome to the madness. I cosplay this outfit, and I will admit that this outfit looks a lot better in real life than it does in the show, and it's just super crazy fun to wear. I have been intoxicated while wearing this outfit on multiple occasions, and it's a blast, but it's not a good outfit. I highly recommend reading the Welcome to the Madness one-shot side manga and finding that if you haven't, because it literally explains that this was never intended to be a skating costume. This was literally just what Yuri bought to go clubbing, which is such a powerful energy, but not a good one. So, poor skating costume, but enough moxie, I think, to bring it up to B tier. So good on you, Yuri. Also, I would be deeply ashamed if I gave anything that Yuri Plesetsky wears a ranking of C or less, because I'm so intensely protective of my boy. So it's gonna go in the middle here. We have Stami Vicino, Victor's outfit. Obviously one of the more iconic outfits of the series, but not going to go in the S tier for the simple reason that I'm not sure if it's legal. And what I mean by that is that having a loose-fitting jacket on top of your skating costume obscures the body lines enough that I'm not sure if they'd actually be okay with it in terms of competition in real life. It's transparent, and I think that it's transparent to try to help account for that. But I don't know. I'm going to put it at the highest level of the A category, for simple reasons of gorgeous design, but questionable legality. For similar reasons, Yuri's Stami Vicino outfit, I don't like the color scheme quite as much, but because it is an expo outfit, that means that it's not subject to the same kinds of costuming rules and restrictions, so it is going to be considered a little bit better. Also, Victor's other outfit, because a lot of people don't realize that it's not just the lighting at the ending sequence of episode 12 that makes the costume look different. Victor actually had custom-made 2 different Stami Vicino outfits for him in slightly different colors, because you'll note that the one that he wears in episode 1 has a white undershirt and gold-colored accents on it. The one that he wears when he does his pair skate with Yuri is a black undershirt with silver-colored accents to more match Yuri's. So, cute points for matching, but I think that it looks better with a white undershirt. So we're going to put that right there. Tiny baby Yuri Plesetsky. He has his little velvet vest with the embroidery. It's very, very typical Russian youth skating outfit, but it's fine. It's fine. That's the best thing I could say about it. He has his cute little bowl cut. I like him. There we go. Bias. Odabeck's Welcome to the Madness costume. It's arguable whether this counts as a skating costume because it's hard to tell in the shots whether he's actually, on the ice or not. But I'm going to say it counts because I own this jacket too. So we're going to put it right there because I like it. Dun, dun, dun. All right, we have this outfit of Leo's right here, which, man, Leo, you got the worst outfits in the show. This outfit gives me strong Jason Brown energy, and not really in a good way, because all it is just a sparkly top and black pants, and it's not even an interesting cut or anything. It's just glitter, and it's boring as hell. There's not even an interesting waistline or angles. If it had a nice little V around the waist or a belt or something, it would be better. But as it stands, it's probably the worst thing in the show aside from Chris's butt. So we're going to put it right there. Speaking of costumes that, could have been better, this Yuri Katsu costume appears in 3 shots in the show for less than a second each, and it was one of the outfits he wore at the Grand Prix final in the previous year where he failed terribly. And from what I can see, it looks like a nice enough outfit, but the turtleneck's kind of throwing me off, and any outfit that's clearly bad luck for our wonderful protagonist can't be in the S or A ranks because Yuri deserves better. So it's going to go on the middle side, I think, of the B rank. Dun, dun, dun. More Guanghong. This outfit is, I believe, from his free skate or short program, the Parfum des Fleurs. We've discussed my issues with French before, and this is another outfit that's the middle of it's fine. We'll put it above Minami's, I guess, for arbitrary reasons, but it's okay. It's perfectly between B and C. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I think that it's a slightly more interesting implementation of the black, or not more interesting, because Yuri's is more interesting, but it's a slightly more effective version of the black and pink color scheme that I think is a little bit less distracting and nicer put together. So yeah, we're gonna go with that. This one's a twofer because both of these costumes appear in exactly one shot each, and that one shot in this case is this shot, and that is Odebek's costume from the previous year and Chris's costume from the previous year. They're both getting the same rank because Odebek's looks like a knockoff version of his free skate costume from the season the show's about, and Chris's looks like a knockoff Eros costume. Neither of them is great, but we also can't see the front, so it's not going to be on the worst side of bad, but it's going to be on like the upper side of bad. Let's be real here. This outfit from Georgie is fascinating in all the wrong ways. And oh my god, I just realized that I forgot Georgie's ridiculous witch outfit. All right, so this outfit was going to go in the D tier because his Sleeping Prince outfit is like, you see, how should I put this? If Victor's outfit here is the good half of Johnny Weir, this outfit is the bad half of Johnny Weir. But it was going to go in the worst tier, but now I feel so bad that I forgot his short program outfit that I'm going to give it a bump up to the B tier out of pure pity for Georgie. Because, you know, Georgie deserves a break. He deserves something in life. Let's see. Oh, Fichit's Chulanat's costume, I think, is one of the more underrated ones in the show, for sure. But it also, I don't think, would convey excellently on the ice, because any costume that is largely white is going to look a little bit funky against a white backdrop. Like if we think about Yuzuru's Let's Go Crazy costume, he had the purple variant and he had the white variant. And he only wore the white variant in like one competition because white costume, white ice, reads interestingly on the cameras. That said, as much as I personally like this costume, I have trouble putting the A ranking for that reason. And also because of this weird little arbitrary detail that bugs me of the blue of his undershirt not matching the blue of his pants because I just want it to and it doesn't. I think I like it better than Yuri's free skates. We're going to put that as the best of the B categories. And now for another one of the worst, objectively, in Yuri on Ice, and that is Emile's Techno Cyberpunk I Am No Longer Human outfit, because it's not cyberpunk, but it ain't human either. It's just sparkles and unnecessary and like, it's very awkward in motion. He looks like a carnival dancer. He doesn't look like an ice skater. And just the blue, it's a mess of sparkles. It's if a figure skating costume can be too sparkly, this one is. That said, it's not bright yellow and it's not whatever this is. So it's gonna go right before Leo's. And this is like a nice outfit, but I gotta say, this one's not technically a skating costume, but it deserves to be a skating costume because it's the only costume we see in Yuri on Ice that's on a real-life figure skater, and that is Stéphane Lambiel in his brief cameo. Obviously, everything Stéphane touches is immediately something better than any mortal should be allowed to wear because Stéphane Lambiel is my skating bias and is perfect. So that is going to be our best costume in Yuri on Ice. Thank you, Stéphane Lambiel, and thank you for joining me through this shitpost of talking about Yuri on Ice background characters for about 30 goddamn minutes. If you made it through, you deserve a prize, but you know, I don't have one to give you, so better luck next time.